Ocean Cay is one of the most asked about stops on any MSC itinerary, and every parent I talk to has the same question. What do we actually do there with kids? I've got you. I'm giving you the honest family breakdown and practical tips when traveling with kids. So first, what actually makes Ocean Cay different from a typical cruise beach day? Most private islands are a quick stop. You get off the ship for a few hours and then you're back on board. Ocean Cay is not that. MSC has you stay overnight at this island, which honestly changes the entire experience. You can get on and off the ship whenever you want, there's no rush to be back by a certain time, and it genuinely felt more like a nature reserve than a commercialized cruise stop. It's not overly built up, it's not covered in giant resort structures, and that alone made it feel like a better fit for our family than some of the other private islands. This is the ice cream and a coffee shop. Now let's get into the beaches because there are 6 of them and they are not all the same. I'm going to walk you through each one so you know exactly where to set up camp depending on what your family needs that day. First up is the North Beach of the Lagoon, and this is the beach where we actually spend the most time while on the island. This one is further out from the ship, just across the bridge, and because of that, it tends to be less crowded than the beaches closer to the dock, at least in the morning. It does get busier in the afternoon. And I know what you're thinking, further from the ship sounds like a hassle with kids, but honestly, the walk is easy and it's worth it for the extra space. The water here is shallow, super clear, and we even saw some marine life while walking around in the water. Kids love this. One thing to know, here and then there are some shelly spots, so if your child likes to walk barefoot, maybe you can pack water shoes, but it's not really necessary. Overall, this is such a great family spot if you want lagoon calm water without the crowds, at least earlier in the day. This is the North Beach. It's on the north side of the lagoon because you have to cross the bridge. It's warmer and it's more shallow, so it's great for kids. The water is crystal clear. The sand is a little shelly because of the coral. Tiny bit of seaweed, just one line, not too bad. And a beach umbrella with 2 chairs is $30 per set. Next is the South Beach of the lagoon, which sits just before the bridge, so it's closer to the ship, and because of that, it tends to be busier and more crowded. However, the water is the same as the north side. It's clear, shallow, warmer than the ocean, and beautiful sandy beach. So these umbrellas and chairs are $30 a set, 2 chairs and 1 umbrella. So this is the south part of the lagoon, and across is the north part of the lagoon. Both beautiful areas. These chairs are free. The umbrellas, if you want to rent, are about $15. But we found a shady spot under the tree, so we did not need to rent anything. But look at this water. So it's not a true lagoon. It has 2 entry points of water, but there's a lot of marine life in here. We saw a stingray, we saw 2 nurse sharks, and some other large and small fishes. So look at this very soft sand. I have to say, after being on the north side, this sand is a lot softer. It was rockier on the north side. So the south side may be the best part of this island. This is perfect for kids. And I would say even the tip of the lagoon, actually, towards the end, is probably the sandier and the most calm. So we were at the beginning of the lagoon by the bridge yesterday, and we are more towards the end of the lagoon. This seems sandier and nicer. So I would say coming to the South Beach and towards the end of the lagoon to the other side is probably the nicest part of this island. Third is Bimini Beach, and this one is probably the furthest out. You have to cross the bridge and it sits directly across from the North Lagoon Beach, but on the Atlantic side instead of the lagoon side. This is a completely different vibe. The sand is coarser, the water dips faster, and there are actual waves here. So if your family likes some wave action and wants to swim in deeper water, this is the spot. This is the Bimini Beach. On the far side, it faces the ocean, not the lagoon. You rent the umbrellas for $15, but you have to bring it and carry it with you. The only other thing is there's rocks like this, so you have to wear water shoes. And the water is not as shallow as in the lagoon. It drops off pretty quickly, but it's still nice and relatively shallow to comfortably swim around. It's a little bit cooler than the water in the lagoon. Number 4 is the Seakers Family Cove, and based on the name alone, this one is truly made for kids. The water is shallow, it's warm, and there's a restaurant right next to it, so it's genuinely convenient for a family lunch break between swims. It's also pretty close to the ship, which matters when you have tired kids. The sand here is nice, but the only downside is that, I'm not sure why this is, there were not enough chairs. So if you're planning to spend real time here, I'd get here earlier and grab a spot. This is the Family Cove Beach. It has a lot of rocks, so I would wear water shoes. And looks like coral, but the water is shallow. The other thing is it doesn't have many seating options. Not too many umbrellas or chairs. Family Cove is pretty sandy, especially on this side, and it's very warm, shallow all the way to that kind of separation barrier. I think it's a lot to see. There were people snorkeling, especially closer to the coral, but the water is shallow up to the knees all the way until the end. Fifth is the Lighthouse Beach, and this is the closest beach to the ship, right next to the lighthouse and the beach bar. Because it's the closest, it's also the most crowded and the most lively. This is where the energy is during the day, and it's also where the beach party happens right at night. If you want a quieter family beach day, this probably is not your first stop, but it's a fun one to swing by. And the last one is the Sunset Beach, but I'll be honest with you, this one's rocky, so we didn't actually hang out there. It's more of a viewpoint than a swim spot. You can watch a beautiful sunset from there, so it's worth a visit for that alone, but as a beach destination with kids, it just was not a good fit for our family. If you got a family cruise questions of your own, drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I might make a full video answering the most requested questions. Now, let's talk logistics, because this is where a lot of families get caught off guard. Chairs and umbrellas are not all free on Ocean Cay. There are some free chairs scattered around the island, but if you want the paid setup, a set of 2 chairs with an umbrella runs about $30, and if you just want the umbrella on its own, it's $15. Now here's the annoying part. If you find one of the free chairs, the umbrellas for those aren't already out there with them. You actually have to pick up the umbrella at the start of the island and carry it with you to wherever you set up. So if shade is not negotiable for your family, and with kids it usually is, factor that walk into your plan. Getting around the island is pretty simple. MSC runs trams that will take you to different points around Ocean Cay, so you don't have to walk the whole thing with kids in tow. You just wait at one of the tram stops and it will pick you up. The one catch is the lines for the trams can get long at certain points in the day, so if you're in a hurry or your kids are getting antsy, sometimes walking is actually faster. Now, the overnight stay is really what sets this island apart, and the highlight of that is the party at Lighthouse Beach at night. They put on a light show using the actual lighthouse, and it is genuinely impressive. When we were there, it actually started pouring rain in the middle of it, and it was still phenomenal. That's how good the show is. Beyond the organized party, honestly, one of my favorite parts of the whole stay was just walking the island after dinner, having a drink, and relaxing without needing to be anywhere. That's something you just don't get on a normal port stop.
And a very good evening, MSC Seashore, and welcome to our beautiful Ocean Cay.
Yo!
Now, folks, in just a matter of 2 minutes' time, we will...
Wow. It's pouring outside. Wow, it's beautiful. Maybe people side. Simon, can you see?
There is also a marine conservation area on the island with some information about coral conservation, which fits with the whole nature reserve feel of the place. I'll be honest, when we visited, there wasn't a ton of information posted yet, but from what we could tell, they're actively working on expanding the educational content there, so that's worth keeping an eye on for future visits. Because you stay overnight, you actually get a second half day at the beach the next morning before the ship sails. Don't sleep in and waste it. The beaches on this island are genuinely gorgeous, and that extra half day ended up being one of our favorite parts of the whole stop. And if you're planning your own trip, this is exactly the kind of destination I break down in more detail on this channel. Real family logistics, not just pretty photos. So if that's useful to you, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. So that's the real, honest breakdown of Ocean Cay with kids. 6 beaches, 6 different vibes, and hopefully now you know exactly where your family should set up first. One of the ports we visited was Cozumel, and they have a brand new beach club there called Coosa Beach Club. You can check out my video on the review of the Coosa Beach Club here.